Rightio guys, we're at the shark cut again today. Now all I want to do is a bit of an update, I guess, on where the boys are with this particular build that they're doing. And we're going to go inside the boat now and have a look and see how they've fared with all of their grinding and everything. I can see that the guy's been pretty busy with the sander. You can see all of the, well, most of the gel coat's gone, or the flow coat I should say. Remember, the difference is gel coat's got no wax added to it, typically used in the moulding process, whereas the flow coat's got wax and styrene added to it to seal it up, bring the wax to the surface. So this is looking pretty good. They must have spent hours and hours and hours on the sander here. They've left some sanding discs behind. What do we got? Used 40 grit. Let's have a look. 36. So the idea of that is to, oh, have a look at this here. We'll have to remove that. That's got to come out. A little bit of delamination there. That's got to be removed. A little bit of flow coat. We want to get rid of that. Because this is a structural part of the boat, what we want to do is make sure that there's no chance of delamination whatsoever. So we want to basically remove all of that flow coat, get rid of it, so that when we put the new layers of resin and glass on top of it, it's not going to delaminate. We don't want any problems with delamination or anything else. The guys are going to add layers of glass over, layers of glass over the top of this, right through the boat. The idea of that is they don't know how thick this hull is, so I imagine it's probably pretty thick, but anywhere where they've done any grinding or anything else, they're going to lay more glass to make sure that they put back the glass that they've taken out by the sanding and grinding process, make sure that that's nice and strong. The other thing that it does is that it's a nice fresh layer of glass down on the hull, so that when they go to do their structural elements, they're actually glassing to new glass as opposed to the old glass or the old hull itself. So let's have a look up in here. So this is the bow, so to speak. Now I've got to be careful where I step around here, but what the idea is these guys are basically going to be building a nice high, I don't know what you would call it. So it's a dashboard up along the front here, essentially to make sure that when they put a sounder and everything up here, they're just talking to Steve before, talking about putting a nice 16-inch and maybe a 12-inch sounder in there. Still debating on whether it's going to be Simrad or Garmin, so that decision's yet to be made, but that's all been cut out. So that's all they're going to have to, what they're going to have to do is sand all of this back along here, so that when they overlap and they lock that into place, they basically got clean glass along here, right along, a couple of 100 millimeters, right along, so that they can lock the thermalite into position, glass it in properly, and nice. So not doing anything in here. This is your cabin. They've got a little bit of storage space in there. That's nice. That's all underneath all of that too. That's all foam filled. So lots and lots of foam. That's still the existing foam too. I showed you in the last video that foam is still very, very dry, so it's not got any moisture in it at all. It doesn't appear to have anyway. And there we go. So there's going to be fuel tanks and water tanks and everything else go in here in these sponsons. We're going to work all that out as we go. Preparation, it's a bit like painting. All the work's in the preparation, right? Once we start laying some of the structure in here, that becomes a lot easier and a lot quicker. But preparation. What they're going to have to do here as well, so this is the sides of the boat. What's going to have to happen is they've started to grind this up. You can see that they've removed the flow coat here. We've got enough room there to do an overlap and come up the wall with our glass when we tab it all in, but they're going to have to continue along here as well, get rid of all of that flow coat. So anywhere where we intend to put any resin or any glass, we need to remove that flow coat, get rid of it. The floorboards, when they've come across, they've put structure in there from one side to the other. and that's for the floor to sit on. We just need to make sure that things like this are gone. Need to clean that up over here as well. Anywhere where it's delaminated or come up like that, we need to tidy up and fix it up. Down here, I don't know what the boys' intentions are down here. We'll have to work that out, but again, it'd be nice to see all that cleaned up as well, ground back, tidied up, fixed up. So lots and lots of prep work, and they're doing a really good job, really good job. I think this boat is going to be an awesome boat. Like I said before, this is going to be a really, really good fishing machine when this boat is done. So this is where all the old controls were and everything, so that's been cut out. The guys are getting rid of that. They're going to change that around, make it all different. Basically, the main objective is to get those big screens in there, so get rid of that, throw that away. They might actually reuse that part, I don't know. We might find a way to save a little bit of time to reuse some of that. But yeah, that's a future decision, that's a tomorrow problem. So there we have it, guys. Done, bit of an update for you. Looking pretty good. Ground out, ready for some resin and some glass. Well, a bit more work to do there, but getting closer, getting closer. So wherever, there's no need to go right up the sides. They'll have to roughen that up. It depends on what the boys want to do too. They might want to get rid of all of that flow coat altogether, so that when they put flow coat over the top of it, then it looks really nice and neat and tidy. The other things are polyurethane, epoxy paints and stuff like that, which we're potentially going to use instead of flow coat. Maybe, we'll see. Lots and lots of decisions to make. Well, there you go, guys. That's it. That's another update on the Shark Cat. Now I'm just about to head over to another boat that I haven't shown you guys yet, and what that is it's a cathedral hull, and basically what I want to do there is have a look at that and show you how that boat's been done as well. So I hope I can get permission to go in there and have a look at that. Yeah. Alright guys, thanks again, thanks for viewing.